All right, let's just start here then. So we've got third house. Third house is the house of communication. It rules all of that. It also rules communications with specific people. These can be family members, general relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, even neighbors can come in with the third house. It's, you could also be it could also be communication with a wider audience. So this could be hearing news as well, or receiving information or receiving news, contracts, documents could be coming in, or you could be initiating that in some way. It can also be things like gossip, hearing things, just hearing things from wherever you are or whatever is going on in your life. But it's also about short journeys. A short journey may be coming up for you. And this usually involves car travel or maps. So it's a trip that needs to be planned. So possibly that will come in for you as well. But all forms of communication are very, very important. Specifically, contracts and documents may come up for you. We've also got Isha, medicine woman, coming in. So I think what this is doing is saying that you need to be careful. This is about what you're saying and what you're projecting outwards to others. Now, for some of you, you could be a channeler, or you could be disseminating information in some way, and you're connecting via this, you're like a lightning rod, and you're connected to heaven in some way, or to your angels, or to your guides, or to whatever it may be. You're downloading information, and it has a sort of a healing aspect to it as well. So you are a channel for divine healing power. So I do feel that this is to do with what you're saying, what you're writing, what you're communicating with others, and you may be researching, you may be learning things to do with this, but it's saying that this is about using your words with care, all right? Particularly with Mercury, particularly with third house, use your words with care. Choose your words. This is about manifestation as well. So what you think and what you say must be positive. It must be appropriate, and appropriate for the situation. So be careful with that. And use your words, use your power of expression, use it well, because you're going to be having this ability. You've got this ability to channel energy down through your words, or through whatever it is that you're doing in the sphere. Be even writing. It could be writing things, or you could be using that information to help others, someone in your family. It could be, because I said third house does cover certain family members and so on. So I'm just thinking that it's really to do with choose your words with care, choose your thoughts with care. Your expression is very, very important during this period. Now we've got here the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So the 8th house is always about cycle shifts. So this is very much about something ending and something beginning. Now, it can be a big cycle that you've already been through. You may be already in the ending, or it has ended, and now you're going through that transition phase where you're starting something new. Just take it as it resonates for your situation. 3 and 2 is 5, so definitely May is important for this. Now, it can be endings of all kinds, and it can be beginnings of all kinds. And this can also be something finance related. So you could be ending the way you have been operating financially up until this point, and you're changing something, and you're now trying something new. You may be changing your portfolios. The finance aspect of the 8th house is big. So it's all a big money. So this is normally your investments, insurances, assets, banking, tax comes in. And in some cases it can be, like your, any kind of investment, anything big. And it's also to do, in certain situations, it can be legacies or inheritances may come in with this as well. It's also about sexuality. So for some of you, this may be more of a focus. And, it may be that you're coming into connection with somebody, because there's a beginning here, and you may be have ended something, or you may just have been gone through a long cycle of not having a partner. Now you're coming into connection with somebody. But normally the 8th house is after the 7th. So the 7th is the house of commitment when it comes to relationships. And the 8th house is how the relationship or the partnership, it can be a business partnership, how is that going to work? From a material and emotional resources point of view. So how are the nuts and bolts going to hold that relationship or that partnership together? So it can be finance related. It can be all the really serious parts of a relationship. This is about how the nuts and bolts of that kind of relationship or that partnership. How is that going to work? It's also handling other people's money does also come in with this card as well. The other aspect of this is a death, but this is not necessarily a physical death. It can be for some people, but it's usually something like an ego death, or some aspect of your life falls away because you don't need it anymore, or you've outgrown it. So that's where the cycle shift comes in. So you've had something in your life for a long period of time, it falls away or just dissolves, and now something new is preparing to come in. And it's, in some cases, it can be an ego death where you've got used to having things in a certain way, emotionally or whatever, and now you have to shift and change out of that and realign your life. It can also be about birthing things. This can be birthing new conditions. This is where the cycle shift comes in, the beginnings, birthing something. It can be birth as well, actual birth, but it's usually to do with conditions in your life. And this house also deals with, it's quite a deep house. It can be psychic knowledge coming up as well. It's also about sort of almost like something that's being regenerated or renewed. So it's like something that is coming out of something that was thought of as ended, over, finished, almost like not existent anymore. Something comes out of that. It can be health related, but it can also be out of a circumstance which you thought was over or just didn't ever get off the ground. Nothing happened from it. And a phoenix rises up out of the ashes. There's that regenerative or renewal energy with this as well. So now you've got at the bottom, you've got a Sun Spirit, which is the most positive card in this deck. So in any deck, it's always the most positive. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So it could really be that something is starting to emerge for you now. And the sun, as I said, is radiant. It's fiery. It's powerful. So this could really be you going through a phase where you're leaving an aspect of yourself or your life behind, and you're now going into a new beginning. You're transitioning into a different phase. You're becoming more authentic, which is the sun energy, becoming more authentic, becoming more powerful. You're stepping into your own. You're taking ownership of who you are. And it can also be feeling radiant or feeling healthy and feeling powerful. So as I said, with the health, this can come in. But it can also be aspects of your profile, or your something that it's the raising up of you in some way. Now this can be sort of you're being favored, or you're being pushed into a leadership role, or you are taking charge of something in some way. So it's like a leadership role. It could be within your finances, or it could be in some other arena, but you're influential with the sun. It's also about creativity. It's a very creative energy. Children sometimes come in with this as well, so that may be a case for you. Certainly you've got Hathor, which is about nurturing, and children do come in with this card. And also, as I said, birth comes in. So this may be appropriate for some of you. But it's a very positive energy. This is really very positive card, and it's that radiant, a sunny energy, cheerful, things looking up. It's the return of happiness. It's the return of just a brighter outlook in many, many different ways. And but it's also about becoming more powerful in some way. So I do feel that you're taking action in something. Your profile may be rising as well. You may be taking a leadership role, or you are taking charge of something in some way here. Then we've got Hathor, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So you could be receiving finance, or you could be receiving something. Something is coming, or your profile could be raised in some way, and this is going to bring rewards for you, whether this is financial or a new cycle for you, or just some sort of regeneration or renewal. Something like that is coming in for you. But it's a very powerful sign, and it's going to create a shift for you. But it's saying be open to receiving. All right. So this could be receiving as in people are paying attention to you. So you could be receiving attention of some sort, or you could be receiving a financial boost of some sort, or you could be receiving better health, or just a better outlook, or you've gone through your transformation and now you are, you're on the regenerative or the renewal path. But be open to receiving. This is about harnessing abundance for yourself. And this 8th house is a finance house, as I said, and the sun is wonderful energy. So this is saying that in order to harness abundance for yourself, you need to be able to give and receive in equal measure. And this is linked to the masculine and the feminine, which is in both of us. You have to balance both. So giving and receiving, and you've got to balance both in order to anchor your abundance in your life. So if you're constantly giving, eventually you're going to deplete yourself, and then you slip into resentment and just exhaustion as well. So you have to be able to receive. And if somebody is giving you something or offering you something, or raising your profile in some way, or they are, you're just coming into your own in some way, be open to receiving any abundance or any kind of goodness that's coming from the universe for you. Be open to receiving. All right. And that will balance your energies. It will also, fill your cup up, and then you can share that with others. So it may be that you may be in a position to share your abundance with others. And this could be family, this could be a legacy, it could be an inheritance, however it comes in for you. But this is about sharing this abundance as well. So, but it will sharpen you up, being able to receive. Giving constantly really just depletes you. So you also have to receive as well, and you have to give back to yourself as well. You have to keep filling up your cup yourself. Nobody else can fill up your cup. Only you can do that. Okay. In some cases, as I said, this may be about nurturing. So this may be about nurturing yourself, nurturing your own financial profile, and your own sexuality, feeding that. It could also be, as I said, a very committed relationship. Where's this relationship going, or this partnership? How is it going to work? You need to receive and give in equal measure, but it's also about nurturing. In some cases, as I said, this could be very well to do with children. It's got the all child-related issues fall in under Hathor as well. But it's also about, I feel, nurturing yourself and nurturing your nearest and dearest, setting up. It could be legacies, it could be financial situations, whatever is relevant for you. But be open to receiving, very important. We've also got here Aphrodite. So inner goddess. So this is about self-care. So awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So I do feel that certainly with the sun energy coming in, this is going to be about owning your, coming into your own and giving back to yourself as well. So you can give to others, but you must give back to yourself as well. And you are responsible for your own happiness. All right. Your own health and your own happiness. You are responsible for that. So with Aphrodite, inner goddess, that's all about that. This is about appreciating your sexuality, your connection to spirituality. It's taking care of yourself. And this is financially as well as physically. If you need downtime, if you need to rest, then that's what you do. If you need to go and, perhaps do a self-care day at the spa, or some other, could even just be a massage or whatever it is, or just a nice nap and some downtime away from drama and activity and media and so on, then that's what you do. It can also be about, doing things for yourself, a few little spoils along the way. It could be financially or in any other way, but this is about self-care, looking after yourself internally and externally as well, and appreciating your divinity, appreciating who you are, taking ownership for who you are. Okay. And appreciating your, your wisdom, your experience, and everything that you've been through in this life so far. But it's, you do this through, activities that you enjoy. So self-care, dancing, music, it could be yoga, it could be any kind of activity which makes you feel good, and just appreciate yourself and look after yourself in all forms.